I think it makes peace more likely, because the Palestinians are going through a crisis. They're going through a self-inflicted economic crisis, and they're going through a diplomatic crisis. Because if the Arab world is criticizing them, if the Arab world is refusing to accept what they're saying, yes, then who are their natural allies? They really are in a difficult diplomatic position. I mean, that interview I referred to earlier by Prince Bandar, the former ambassador to Washington, the grandson, yes, he's a Saudi blue blood royalty, yes. He reminded the Palestinians of all their mistakes, yes. He said, I believe in your cause, but you supported Hitler in the Second World War. You supported Saddam Hussein in the Gulf War. You know, when he invaded Kuwait and attacked the Gulf, right? You cheered on his missiles that were landing on Israel and Saudi Arabia. You said no, and he had a whole list of times where the Palestinians said no to different parts of the peace process moving forward, going back to Camp David. He even talked about partition, yes? And he said, we in the Arab world, we didn't necessarily agree with you, but we always said we have to support you because you're our Arab brothers, right? And we believe in the cause. And now for the first time, he's saying, no, we won't support you when you do the wrong thing. Enough is enough. And if the Palestinian leadership has lost the Arab world, if they're losing more and more Arab countries, right? And they've been reacted. They called the Emiratis and the Bahrainis. They said it was a stab in the back. They said they're traitors to the Arab cause. Well, of course, people in the Arab world will say things back to the Palestinians. And ultimately, I hope this crisis that the Palestinians are going through will encourage them to think a bit about some of their positions, to re-examine some of their positions. I mean, obviously, if they've painted themselves into a diplomatic corner where not even the Arab states are being supportive, they have to think about that. I mean, when Egypt signed the peace treaty with Israel in the late 1970s, you will recall that Egypt was ostracized in the Arab world. Today, when the UAE and Bahrain make peace treaties with Israel, nothing of the sort. On the contrary, if anyone's in a corner, it's the Palestinian leadership. And I hope, once again, that there on the Palestinian side, people will start to rethink some of their issues. They had a lot of power. Their power was they had a veto on Israel's relationships with the Arabs and Muslim countries. And they could say, no, we are holding them all back. Today, that veto is disappearing, if not already disappeared. It's time the Palestinians thoroughly, fundamentally re-examine some of their historic positions.